Bonjour tout le monde, welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about adjectives. So what are adjectives to begin with? They are words that describe nouns. In English, for example, we have a good boy. Good here is the adjective. But in French, how do you say it? Un bon garçon. Un bon garçon. Now here, bon is our adjective. But wait a second. Do adjectives always come before the noun? No, unfortunately. Actually, they usually come after. It's only the small and very common adjectives that come before the noun. So the norm in French is just put the adjective after the noun, except for when it's one of those common adjectives like bon, grand, petit, and so on. The list goes on. You should also be careful about the gender, because gender is a thing in French, masculine and feminine. But come back up, don't worry, we're going to practice them together. So as you might know, nouns have genders in French. They're either masculine or feminine. For example, un garçon is masculine because it's a boy, naturally. And une fille, a girl, is feminine. There's a lot more examples. Just basically take any word you want. It's either masculine or feminine. Now, the next point that I'm going to make is the adjective you want to choose to describe the word with should be in alignment and agreement with the noun. So adjectives have versions. They have feminine versions, masculine versions, singular, and even plural. So, for example, instead of saying un grand garçon, which is wrong, which means a tall boy. Actually, I'm not that tall, but anyways. You should say un grand garçon without the E, because the version without the E is masculine. And because garçon is masculine, you should also use an adjective that's masculine. But wait a second. You said adjectives usually come after the noun. What's going on here? Well, the most common adjectives in French that are usually short come before the nouns, more often than not. But this is not the case for the rest of the 80%, 90% of the adjectives in this language. So what you got to do is put them right after the noun. For example, un devoir difficile, hard homework, difficult homework. Or un t-shirt vert, a green t-shirt. Basically, all the colors come right after the noun. Or even des lunettes noires, black glasses. But I guess they're green. Anyways. But how do we change the adjectives to the feminine version or the other way around? The rule is really easy. All you gotta do is add one E at the end or E in French. So for example, vert is changed to verte, or noir, noir, one E at the end. But there are a lot of exceptions. So this is the general rule. The masculine versions usually don't end with an E at the end, but if you want to make it a feminine adjective, you add that E. So, as I said earlier, grand, tall, grande, tall, but masculine, feminine. I wish all the adjectives were like this, but no, there are a lot of exceptions. For example, blanc, which is white. As I said, you can use colors as adjectives and you always put them after the noun. Changes to blanche. All of a sudden there's the sound sh. There's some reasons behind this, but I'm not going to dive into them right here. Blanc, blanche. Be, which means beautiful, changes to belle. Exception. This also comes before the noun. So for example, un beau garçon, a beautiful boy, but une belle fille, a beautiful girl. Changes totally. One thing I gotta mention real quick here is when the color refers to a fruit or a plant, etc., the form actually never changes. For example, orange, which is orange, it comes from a fruit, sure, but the feminine and the masculine version are the same. So for example, une table orange, the orange has always had the E at the end, so are you going to add one? No. You just stick with the original orange, which is never going to change for masculin or féminin. Is that it? No. we have colors like marron, crème, and so on. So these colors, because they are derived from real things in the real world, they don't change when the noun that comes after is feminine. So they never change basically, unless the noun is plural, and then you have to add one S. That's all you gotta do. For example, des tables orange, which means some orange tables. You obviously add an S, but just because table is feminine, you don't add any extra E's at the end of this adjective orange, which is derived from the fruit orange. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave your questions down in the comment sections below. And I'll see you soon. Au revoir.